This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. So different consoles of AEM. So when you install AEM author instance and logged in, the first console opens is your start.html. You can see the URL localhost colon 4502 slash AEM slash start.html. Okay, so localhost is the host name. 4502 is the port number on which your author instance is running. So when you install the author instance, that time we used to provide the port number. Okay, so this is the port number on which I installed the author instance. Then slash AEM slash start.html. Okay, this is the URL to access this master navigation console. Okay, so this is the master navigation console start.html from which you can navigate to all other consoles, right? So you can see number of interfaces here. Let me expand it. Okay, number of interfaces here, right? So you can click on those interfaces and navigate to that specific console. In the leftmost panel you can see different icons, two different icons, right? So if I click on the second icon also, I can see some more consoles, some more interfaces. I can click on those and navigate to that particular console. So the first console we'll discuss is your CRXD. Okay. So this is your CRXD Lite console. Okay, so what is this CRXD Lite? It is a browser-based editor. What is editor? You know editors like Eclipse, NetBeans, right? Using Eclipse, you can create Java applications, web applications. Similarly, this is an editor using which you can create AEM applications. Okay, CRXD console. Okay, mostly this console used by the developers to create templates, components, okay, configurations, all those things, dialogues. So this is the CRXD console. It's a browser-based editor. So why it is a browser-based editor? So you have to type this URL in your browser. Then only you will be able to access it. Provided your author instance is up and running. So first you have to start your author instance, then type this URL in your browser. You will be able to access this CRXD console. So what is the URL? Localhost colon 4502 slash CRX slash DE. Okay, so this is the URL to access the CRXD console. So in this console, in the right side, we can see the user who is logged in. So I just logged in as the administrator. So it is showing administrator @ something, right? Fine. In the left panel, we can see multiple folders. Okay. So as a developer, you need to know why these folders are there and what can you do in those folders. Okay. So first we will see the apps folder. I will expand the apps folder. Okay. So when I expand the apps folder, there are a number of subfolders inside that. Among those subfolders, there is a subfolder called WE Retail. Okay. So AEM, when you install the AEM author instance in your system, you will get one sample website. Okay. So in this version of AEM 6.5, okay, WE Retail is the sample website for our reference. Okay, they created one sample website for our reference. So when I expand apps folder, I can see WE Retail folder inside that. Okay, now for the WE Retail website, what all things required? They have created everything. So in apps folder, WE Retail, when I expand it, I'll find some more subfolders. Among those subfolders, there is a folder called components. So yesterday we discussed about components, what is components and all, right? So for WE Retail website, what all components required, they have created it here. So how I know that? If I expand components, content, so all those things are components. So let's say this image, I'll select it. Once I select it, this is your properties panel. In the properties panel, I can see number of properties. Okay, there are 7 properties visible here. So among those 7 property, row number 5, the property name is JCR colon primary type and the value is CQ colon component. It means this image is a component. Okay, so all the components will have primary type CQ colon component. Okay, I'll select one more thing. Let's say example breadcrumb. So if I select breadcrumb, go to the properties panel, row number 5. Okay, CQ colon JCR colon primary type and the value is CQ colon component. It means breadcrumb is a component. So all those things are components. They created all the components in components folder under WE retail. So if I want to create my own website, abc.com, xyz.com, okay, then under apps folder, I have to create XYZ or ABC. Under that ABC folder, I have to create a subfolder called components, and under that, all the components can be created. Okay. So under WRetail, components folder is to create all the components. Okay. You can again categorize your components also. Okay. Like they created another subfolder called content. Okay, structure. Under that also they created some more components. So you can categorize your components by creating subfolders also. Okay, so apps, then your project specific folder, under that components folder, and in that folder you have to create all the components for your entire website. Okay, you will find another folder here called client leaves. Okay, so when you create any website, you need CSS files, JS files, right? So in AEM, to use the CSS files and JS files, they provide a framework called Client Library Framework. Okay, so they created this client libs folder. It's not a folder actually. If I select it, I'll be able to understand what kind of node or folder is this. See, I selected client libs. Go to the properties panel. Okay, here it is showing NT colon folder, so it is a folder. Okay, so they created a folder for their client libraries to keep the JS file and CSS files. So components folder is there, client lives there. So apart from that, you can see I18N. If you want to achieve the internationalization functionality in a project, you can create I18N folder. Okay, so we'll discuss more on that going forward. So apart from that, there is a folder called install. So when I expand it, I'll find a jar file. Okay. So let's say you developed some components using Java. So you have to create a bundle, and that bundle will be installed in the install folder. Okay. So we'll discuss about OSGI bundles later. So this is just for your information that those things can be kept in your project specific folder. And if you want to create static templates, so I told what is templates, right? Templates are markups or layouts to create your pages. Okay, so to create, there are two types of templates: static template and editable template. If you want to create any static template, it needs to be created in apps. You under apps, your project specific folder, then create one more folder called templates, and under that you can create all the static templates there. Okay, so mostly the developer will work in apps folder. In apps folder, he is going to create the static templates and all the components for your entire website. He will create I18N, client leaves, so all those things. Okay, in apps folder. So they created WRetail because they introduced one sample website called WRetail in this version of AEM. Okay, fine. So this is about your apps folder. Okay, now I'll close. There are some other folders also. We'll see why these folders are there, and we'll discuss uh, going forward. Okay. So basically, we understand that apps folder used by the developer to create static templates, components, internationalization, client libraries, and all. Okay. Now I'll close the apps folder. There is one more folder called yeah. Go ahead. You have any questions?
Yeah, one question here. Like when you said components, is it predefined components or customized components where
Yeah,
we can?
I told you you have to create your project specific folder under apps, right? So let's say you are creating a project called abc.com. So under apps, you have to create a folder called ABC. Under that, you have to create components folder. Under that components folder, you have to create the component, means those are customized components. Okay.
Okay,
So
okay,
there are
okay.
some out of the box components available. I'll tell where it is, where those components are. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is your apps folder. Then we have a folder called content. Okay, I'll expand it. So for the W Retail website, okay, what all things required, they have created everything, right? So in content folder also you'll find a folder called W Retail. Okay, so this W Retail is actually your website. Okay, and this is the root page of your website. Then these are the country specific pages. You can see US, CA, CH. They are the country specific page. Okay, if you want to launch your website in multiple countries, then you need to create the country specific pages. Okay, if I expand US, you will find language specific pages. Let's say in US, I want to launch my website in English language and Spanish language. So I have to create two language specific pages. You can create multiple language specific pages based on your requirement. Under EN, these are all other pages of my English website. Okay, under EN you can see experience, men, women, about us, and if I expand experience, I can see some more pages are here. Okay, so under EN I need to create all other pages of my website which will have content in English language. Okay, similarly under ES I need to create all other pages of my website which will have content in Spanish language. So this is your root page, W Retail. This is a country, under that country specific page, under that language specific page, under that all the pages of your website. Okay, so your entire website is stored in the content folder. Okay, if I select it, this is your search box. Okay, so you can see the path content slash W Retail. So the W Retail website is stored in content folder. Okay, so when you create your own website, it will also store in content folder abc.com. Okay, you have to create your website in content folder. You will have a root page, you will have a language specific page, country specific page, language specific page, under that all the pages of your website. Okay, so the in the content folder all the pages and sub pages, and when you create the pages you can observe one thing, they are arranged in a hierarchical structure. Okay, so it means English is the parent page of all the pages, experience, men, women, these are the child pages of English page, and English is the parent page of all the pages. Okay, so there is parent child relationship between all the pages. You cannot create the pages randomly. Okay, you have to arrange the pages. When you create, for example, you are creating one e-commerce website, you have to create home page, you have to create product page, right? So you have to arrange those pages. Okay, so you cannot create the pages randomly. So how will you arrange this? You have to follow this ideal structure of your website. So they have created one website for us, we will follow that and we will create our pages accordingly. Fine, so how I know that these are the pages? So if I click, for example, experience, if I click on it, go to the properties panel, row number 3, property name is primary type and the value is showing CQ colon page. It means it is a page. Components of primary type CQ colon component. Pages primary type CQ colon page. Okay. Folders. So everything is here you can see everything is page. For example, W Retail. W Retail is also a page. This is the root page. US. It is again a page. It is the country specific page. Okay. So all the pages are here. in W retail, under W retail in content folder. Okay, so content folder is to store the website and its pages. Apps folder is to create the static templates, components, client libraries, and all. Okay, so in apps folder, the developer will create templates, components, and all. In content folder, the content author is going to create your website and its pages. So the website is stored here, but where it got created? Okay, who has to create the website? Content author is the person who will create your website and its pages. So how he creates the website? There is a separate console available for that. Okay, so this console is localhost colon 4502 slash site admin. Okay, this is another console provided by AEM. So this is your CRXD console. So we have seen master navigation console, CRXD console, and this one is your site admin. Using this console, the content author will create your website and its pages. Okay, so here in the left side we can see number of folders. Among those folders, W retail is there, right? So your W retail website is actually created here and it got stored in the content folder in CRXD. Okay, so here W retail is the root page, then United States, these are country specific page. Okay, then these are language specific pages, English, Espanol. Under English we have all other pages of website, our website, and they are arranged in parent child hierarchy. Okay, so how to create the page? Let's say I want to create a page uh, under equipment. Okay, so there are a number of pages in W retail website. Let's say I'm a content author and I want to create a page under equipment page. Okay, so here you will find a new button. Okay, click on the drop down, new page. Okay, so I'm a content author right now. Okay, so I'm creating a page. As I told yesterday, to create a page in AEM we need a template. So these are the templates available for us to create the page. All the templates are created by the developers. Developers created these templates. After that it will be available here. Okay, and the content author has to select any of the template. Okay, let's say I'll select this product page template. Okay, and I have to provide the title of my page. Let's say title is test page. So name is not mandatory here. If you want to give any specific name explicitly, then you can provide the name. Otherwise, leave it blank. AEM will give a name on its own. Okay. So I want to create a page called test page using product page template. So click on create button. So here under equipment, you can see test page, right? So this is the page created by me. So as I told, so all the pages are stored in content folder in CRXD. So this page also can be found in the content folder in CRXD. Now I'll open CRXD. This is content folder. I'll simply refresh it. Okay, the page was created under equipment. Go to W retail, US, EN, equipment. So this is the page. Okay, CQ column page. So this is the page which I created just now using site admin console. Okay, so here you can see the title of the page, name of the page, whether it is published or not, modified or not, status, which template is used to create your page. So all the informations we can find here. Okay, so we are able to create a page using site admin console and able to find it in the content folder in CRX. Okay, now I'll open the page. Double click, the page will open. Okay, so this is the page I created using product page template. Okay, so you can see some content here. You can see the logo, navigation bar, and some other contents, and those contents are coming from your template. Okay, so I have not added any content on your page till now. Whatever content you see, those are coming from your template. Okay, so I created a page and I opened the page. Okay, so if you want to add some content, you have to author the content on your page. How to author the content? You have to add the components and author it. So we'll discuss more on that going forward. Fine. So this is how you can create your website and its pages. So while creating, any questions?
Hey, Biswal, yeah, I have one question. So if
Hmm.
I see another console CRSDE, how these names are mapped? Because I see there is a EN folder name is EN over there, like US
Hmm.
then EN. Here it's a United States, and when you hit the
Hmm.
page, it's showing the CRSD URL, the entire like site name, then EN, then slash US. How these
Hmm.
all are mapping over here in the different
See,
consoles.
so here we created a page. See, new page. You are providing title and a name, right? So
Yeah.
once you create the page, you can see title is here, name is here. So United States is the title of your page, US is the name of your page. Okay. Under United States, English is the title of your page, EN is the name of your page. In CRXD, you will be able to see the names.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Got it. Mhm.
and in site admin console you will be able to see the titles. Even if you click on that, you'll be able to see the names here also.
Okay. So
Got it?
here it's showing the name, titles,
Title, there it is
or
showing the name.
over there it's showing the name.
Yes.
Okay. And in the URL, it's showing the actual names, right?
See,
Here it's using the names in the URL, like
correct,
US
correct.
EN,
Yes, this is the exact path of your
exact
page.
path of the from the content, right? Okay.
Content, W retail, US, EN. So these are all names. US is the name, EN is the name.
Yeah, these
Okay.
are names of the nodes. Okay. So like is it mandatory to make this, like, for example, I want to rename this like ENUS something like some different folder. So is there
You
a
can.
mandatory to keep the standard or something like, or we
This is
can
not mandatory. This is not
oh,
mandatory. This is the
mm,
ideal structure of any website. So instead of EN, you can give anything. E underscore N, US underscore EN, anything you can give. Okay, it is not mandatory that you have to provide this name, but you have to follow the structure, hierarchy of your website in this way. This is the ideal structure. Why you have to follow this? Because AEM, based on your parent-child relationship, AEM provides a lot of APIs and libraries. Okay, so going forward, when you start developing components, you can use those APIs and libraries. If you don't
mhm.
follow the ideal structure, those APIs and libraries will be useless. Okay, and your website will not look good actually if you don't follow the hierarchical structure. You can create the pages randomly and you have to search. If you want to do some modifications under, you have to search here and there, right? So you have to follow the ideal structure what they provided for the W retail website, but it is not mandatory. You can create on your own also.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I wanted to know, because in my current website, uh, you know, customer used like we have developed an English site, you know, and they have also asked to us like to develop a simplified Chinese site, right? So rather it would default locale was ZH_C and something, but they asked not to use that in the URL, and they asked us to use a simplified Chinese like SC in the URL. So we renamed the folder, and right now it's in like site.com, then SC, then you know home.html something.
Yes,
So
exactly.
that's what, like, that's SC is not a standard name actually. It's nothing locale or nothing like that, but there's
Yes,
not a
yes,
standard name, but there's their own name. So that's what
yes.
I want to understand. If I keep the same thing, you want to do the same
No,
thing
no, no.
here, is it kind of dependencies or something would won't work, like internalization module or something else,
No,
face
no, no,
any
no,
issues?
no, no. It's not like that. You can create, give it your own name, but you have to follow the hierarchical structure. That's it. Okay.
Okay, we'll see like later on once I get a practical example of this. Yeah.
Yes, when we will create our own website also. Going
Okay.
forward, when we'll create a sample website, we'll create templates, components, and use them in our sample websites also. Fine.
Okay. Oh, thanks.
So this is about site admin console. Okay. Here you'll see one green color toolbar. Okay. In the green color toolbar, I'll click on the next icon. Okay, you can see localhost colon 4502/dam admin. This is another console provided by AEM, and this console is called as a dam admin. Dam stands for Digital Assets Management. Okay, using this console, you will be able to manage the digital assets. Dam admin. Okay, so digital assets means when you create any website, you need a lot of images. You may need videos. You may need PDF files, Word documents, Excel sheets, right? So those are your digital assets. Okay, to manage them, if you want to show some images on your website, you have to upload those images into DAM. Okay, then only you can show these images on your website. If you want to link one PDF file, then you have to upload that PDF file into DAM. If you want to show a small video, you have to upload that video into your DAM. Okay, so using this DAM admin console, you will be able to manage the digital assets. So how to manage, how to upload the images, how to upload the digital assets? So here in the left side, you can see some folders. You have to create your own project specific folder. For example, W Retail, they have created one. So for training, I created another. Let's say under training, I want to create one more subfolder. Okay, how to create it? New folder. You have to provide your folder name. Okay, once folder is created, in that folder you can directly upload images. I mean, upload digital assets. How? Select that folder, new file. Here you have to browse that image. Okay, or browse that digital asset. Okay, for example, uh, I'll browse one document. Any document. Okay. Okay, let's say this one. Okay, this is your Word document. Okay, click on upload. Chat log training. Okay, so this is the digital asset I uploaded here. Okay, so once I upload here, I can find this in CRXD. I have to go to the content folder. Under content, I'll find a folder called DAM. This is content, and this is your DAM. Under that, training, and under training, chart log. Okay, this one. This is the file I uploaded. Okay, so we can see the path content/dam/training. So whatever you uploaded using your DAM admin console, it can be found in content DAM folder. Okay, so if you want to use the digital assets, first you have to upload them into the DAM. There are some external sources of digital assets also, so you can access them using cloud services like AWS and all. Okay, so that is a different thing, but using inside AEM, if you want to store your images and all, so you have to use this DAM concept, digital assets management. Okay, understood? Any questions? So we have seen master navigation console, CRXD console, site admin, and DAM admin. Okay, fine.
Hey, Bishwan, I have one question. So is it possible to access the contents from training folder to WE reader? Since
Possible.
we have uploaded the image or document in training folder, in training,
Correct,
okay,
correct.
and I want to access it in WE reader website, okay. So is it possible?
Yes, yes, it is possible
Okay,
because everything is there in the DAM, and this is the place. Okay, content DAM. So whatever there you can access from training site, you can access from WE retail site, from any website you can create, you can access them.
okay.
Okay. So there is one more console. Localhost colon 4502 slash sites.html. Okay, so we have seen site admin console. Okay, so this is equivalent console of site admin. Okay, whatever you can do using site admin console, same thing can be done using sites.html console. It means you can create your website, you can create the pages of your website and arrange it. Then why there are two consoles with same functionality? Sites.html supports your touch enabled devices as well as classic UI devices. Classic UI devices means your laptops, desktops. Touch enabled devices means your mobile phones, tablets. Okay, so these are touch enabled devices. So using both touch enabled and classic UI devices, you can access the sites.html, you can create the pages, you can create the website. Okay, but using site admin console, you will be able to use only classic UI devices. Means you can open site admin using your laptop and desktop. You can create the pages, create the website, open the pages and all. Okay, but using your mobile phone, when you try to access site admin console, some of the UI may not work. Okay, that is not compatible with your touch enabled devices. That's why they launched site admin for touch enabled devices support. Okay, but functionality wise both are same, site admin and sites.html. Similarly, for DAM admin there is another equivalent console called assets.html. Yes.
So if I create if I create any page using site admin, and if I create another page with in sites.html, so is there any difference? Like, is it is the same, right? So
same, yeah.
Same page.
It will be stored in the content folder ultimately. Functionality is same.
So where it will be stored, like content sites or site admin? It will be only sites, right?
No content, then you have your own website, right? There it will be stored.
So there won't be any
No
folder
difference.
again.
No differences.
Okay.
Okay, fine, guys. So that's it for the day. We have some more consoles we'll discuss in the next class. I'll request you to enroll, get in touch with the Sampath and Srinivas and enroll yourself. I will discuss rest of the things in the next class. Maybe we'll do the installation. Okay, once you do the enrollment, we'll do the installation in your system. Okay, so just get in touch with the training manager. Okay, and they will guide you how to enroll and
Yeah, sure.
any question.